Imagine this. A stickman sitting cross-legged on his bed, bathed in the blue glow of his phone screen. It's 2 a.m. His eyes are bloodshot, his posture is slumped, and the world outside his window is dark and silent. Yet inside his room, his fingers are flying, scrolling endlessly through social media, tapping furiously on a mobile game, switching between apps, never stopping, never resting. It's a familiar image, isn't it? Maybe it's you. Maybe it's someone you know. Maybe it's all of us. Our stickman wakes up in the morning, groggy but reaching instantly for his phone on the nightstand. His eyes barely open, he scrolls through notifications, 10 new messages, 3 game updates, 5 social media alerts. Before even brushing his teeth, he's already been sucked into the digital whirlpool. His thumbs move almost on autopilot, like they've memorized the rhythm of unlocking the screen, tapping through apps, and swiping for the next hit of dopamine. Breakfast sits untouched on the table while his focus is glued to the glowing rectangle in his hand. Throughout the day, little moments of real life try to sneak in. His friend waves at him on the street. He misses it because he's watching a funny video. His mom calls from the kitchen. He barely hears her because his headphones are blasting music. Even at school or work, his mind drifts. He's counting the minutes until his next gaming session or checking if a viral post has reached more likes. Slowly, the stickman's world is narrowing. It's no longer about where he is or who he's with. It's about what's happening on his screen. The digital world becomes bigger and brighter, while the real world fades into the background. How many times have we all promised ourselves just 5 more minutes, only to look up and realize an hour has passed? How often do we reach for our phones out of sheer habit, even when there's no notification, no real reason, just the pull of the screen itself? The stickman becomes a mirror, reflecting the habits we often don't notice in ourselves. He laughs at silly memes, rages at game losses, cheers at online wins, but gradually we start. His grades slip, his friendships weaken, his health declines, and yet, he doesn't even realize it's happening because his attention is completely hijacked. One day something shifts. The stickman is gaming late at night, eyes wide open, pulse racing. He's just about to beat a tough level when his phone buzzes with a new notification, a reminder he set weeks ago to study for an important exam. For a split second he hesitates. His fingers hover between the game and the reminder, but the game wins. He ignores the alert, promising himself he'll deal with it later. Spoiler: later never comes. As the weeks go by, the stickman's addiction deepens. His room becomes messier, the circles under his eyes darker, his smile rarer. He's missing real moments, birthdays, family dinners, meaningful conversations, because he's always just finishing a level, or quickly checking something. His friends going on adventures without him, his family looking concerned, his teachers shaking their heads. But the stickman, he's too busy looking down to notice what he's missing. Then comes the turning point. One day, after a particularly long gaming session, the stickman looks up and realizes the sun is rising. He stares at his reflection, gaunt, tired, isolated. His phone, once a source of joy, now feels heavy in his hands. For the first time he wonders, what have I been missing? Letting the weight of that question hang in the air. It's a question meant not just for the stickman but for the viewer too. The beauty of this story is that it doesn't have to end in despair. The stickman, realizing what's happening, decides to make small changes. Not a sudden dramatic break from technology. That's not realistic. But little steps. Leaving his phone outside the bedroom at night, setting limits on his gaming time, going for a walk without headphones, reconnecting with friends in person. We watch as, slowly, the color returns to his world. The animation becomes brighter, the background richer. He laughs, really laughs, not just at memes but with real people. He picks up old hobbies, joins his friends on an adventure, helps his family with chores. The stickman is still part of the digital world, but now it's just one part of his life, not the whole thing. Throughout the animation, there's a clear and relatable message. Technology isn't the enemy, but balance is everything. Phones, games, social media, they can all be fun, entertaining, and even meaningful, but when they take over, they can steal the very life we're trying to enjoy. The stickman's journey becomes a wake-up call, a gentle reminder that life is happening right now, outside the screen. There's the funny moment when the stickman nearly walks into a pole because he's looking at his phone, the exaggerated scene where 10 alarms go off at once because he's been ignoring reminders, the heartfelt moment when his friends surprise him with a visit, pulling him back into the real world. These scenes create emotional variety, making the animation not just a lecture but an experience. It's a roller coaster of laughter, tension, realization, and ultimately, hope. As the story wraps up, we see the stickman in a balanced routine. He still enjoys his favorite games and apps, but now he knows when to put the phone down. He's found a rhythm where technology supports his life instead of consuming it. The final shots show him enjoying a sunset, walking with friends, maybe even sketching stick figure art in a notebook. Something simple, creative, and grounded in the real world. The message lingers. You don't have to give up the digital world, but you do have to remember to live in the real one too.